Hi, and welcome to my second vlog for the Entrepreneurial Mindset module. Throughout this vlog, I will discuss two themes. The first theme being teamwork and how this is a crucial skill in order to be successful. Paulus 2000 suggested that most people believe they would generate more ideas in groups. I agree with this, as throughout my undergraduate degree, I was involved in many group activities and also group assignments. Working as a group definitely allowed us to express any ideas we might have and enabled us to be able to expand on these. Although working in a group, it does often come with certain challenges. Group dynamics can start off well, but throughout the project or time as a group, it can start to become a very negative experience. This is usually due to difference in opinion and personalities. They often clash. It's given me the opportunity to reflect, and I've gained skills from being able to work in a group. Just being able to listen to others and how they feel about certain situations, and that people are not always going to agree with my ideas and I won't agree with theirs, but as a team you need to work together to be able to get the best result. Going forward, this will enable me to perhaps do things differently to avoid any conflict. If there was going to be any disagreements are not always a bad thing, but because everyone can't agree on the same things, because we're all different, we all think differently. I like to see people disagreeing, because it means they are thinking about it and they're wanting to either improve on it and expand. But if they're always just agreeing, then they're not really thinking about it. They're just going along with everyone else. In terms of my own venture, I will want people to express how they are feeling. I may not have picked up on something, and I'd much rather someone tell me if they have an idea or think that they can improve on something. Because if we've got an issue and I'm struggling to find the answer but someone else does, that'd be great, because it means we can resolve that issue a lot quicker than if it's just me on my own trying to resolve that. Because one person is unlikely to come up with the key idea alone. It can happen, but creative thinking happens through others and ideas bouncing off one another. So the second theme I will be discussing in this vlog is networking. This is a very important step for any new business and their venture, and not just new ones, businesses that are already up and running. For me personally, networking is something I feel very nervous about and apprehensive about doing. Interacting with people I don't know is something I feel quite uncomfortable doing. Especially when it comes to introducing myself and then onto my business idea. This is something I know I need to work on. I find it difficult to talk about my idea, as I'm scared people might judge or mock the idea and think that it's a silly idea and that it actually will never work and it's not a viable idea. But that's something that I need to deal with myself, because I'm always looking for the approval of others, when in reality it doesn't really matter. I should be confident in my own idea, and going forward, being able to talk about it is the first step of being able to bring that to life. I hope to attend a lot more networking events, to gain some more confidence in my own ideas, and just personally really, because I know it'll help me to connect with the relevant individuals and organisations that I'll need to assist me with the different steps of my new startup. Networking between businesses has become a prominent focus of interest in recent years. That's Monstead, Shell and Baines. There's also various other authors that have mentioned the contribution of great networks to business ventures and the benefits of them. So networking definitely isn't a bad thing, and I just really need to just break that barrier of going to, at least one networking event to gain some more confidence in doing so. Granovetter talks about strong and weak ties and how accessing resources is made much more easier through the use of networks, which obviously I've discussed previously. They're very important, being able to find, the correct products that I might need. And, without networks, it will take up a lot more of your time, and it'll be a lot more difficult to find the resources that you're looking for, because the first step will be finding the people who know about those resources. But if you already know those people, then obviously that cuts out that one step, which, is what you need when you're trying to set up a business. You don't want to be wasting time on things when it could easily be resolved by just, networking in the correct way. Strong ties are those, they're the ties that you'll have with, family members, friends, those people that are close to you. There's a lot of trust with those kind of ties, but they're not always the strongest, like they're the strong ties, but in terms of how useful they are, not always, because they tend to connect you to the same types of people who have the same ideas. But then on the other hand, we have the weak ties, and these are, your acquaintances that you're unlikely to see on a regular basis, but they will provide you with more valuable and useful information, because they'll be able to connect you to other business types and, for the different sectors that you might need. So if you need someone to help you with financial, then they'll be able to connect you with someone that they know about it. And, just having a good connection of networks really will be helpful in setting it up. So, as mentioned before, I do plan to attend at least one networking event before the end of the year. I know this will help me gain more confidence, and if I prepare what I'm going to introduce myself as, I would feel much more comfortable in doing so. Once I've attended an event, I'll then be able to reflect on the experience and see how for the next event I can improve and continue to grow, to be able to connect with the various people. I know they will be important in being able to set up my business, especially as I am in the very early stages. So having lots of different connections is important with getting all the different steps done, from your marketing to your product development, financials. Like at the moment, I don't have those people around me to be able to assist me, but if I go to these networking events, I know I will be able to connect with many different people, and they may not be able to help me with that specific task, but they may also be able to connect me with others. It's like a network circle, so I know that I would be able to find people to help me in the end. And to summarise the topic of networking, as I've mentioned, I know for the future I need to attend more events to gather those much needed contacts and any information that may assist me with my startup. I know that I'll have to face many hurdles throughout my working life, and being able to overcome them is the first step in, you know, being successful. Oviatt and McDougall suggests that with great use of networks, this should speed up the process of launching a product or service. And I completely agree with this. So I know that I need to push myself in order to succeed with my venture, because if I don't, I'll just keep thinking, what if, but I just need to tell myself, just go to these networking events. What is the worst that's going to happen? A lot of people will be in the same boat. They also, you know, they'll be new to it. They won't know people, and you know that they may also feel very scared like me. But like personally, I'm good with talking to people and friend wise. It's just when it comes down to professionally, I feel very on edge, and being able to talk about my idea, it does scare me. But I know that if I try, I know I can do it, and I will do it. Thank you very much for listening to my second vlog.